Coming up on the Sports Desk, we've got you covered on the North versus West rivalry. From basketball to soccer to wrestling, we have it all. Plus, Torrance and South needed overtime to decide an instant classic on the hardwood. And history was made in high school girls wrestling. We'll have these stories and so much more. The Sports Desk begins right now. Welcome, everyone, to the only sports show designed with the Torrance sports fan in mind. Thanks so much for stopping by. Let me tell you something. We've got lots to talk about this week, but we can't do that until we make sure that you're doing this. It's called social media, and it's kind of a big deal. People use it. And if you happen to be one of those people, then don't forget to show us some love on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. By all means, share your videos and your photos and your ideas for future stories. That's very important. You tag us, and we'll tag you. Tag, you're it. Torrance residents can't stop talking about Northwest. Not the firstborn of Kimye either. I'm speaking of Northwest as in the rivalry game. It's always an intense atmosphere when these schools play in just about any sport, and recently, North and West clashed in high school boys basketball. And that's where Sports Desk reporter Cedric Welton picks up our story.
We got Pioneer League action tonight as the surging West Warriors come into Saxon County. It should be an exciting matchup of two great teams. First play of the game, ball goes into the post. Brandon Kircher kicks it out to Kentaro Asai from deep. Basket was only worth two. Later in the first, Alex Mishaw slips the defender and drills it from three land. Warriors up 19-5. Saxon struggled with the full court press all night. Alex Mishaw, the lone defender, says, "Give me that," then is looking to drop the hammer. He would go to the line, shoot two. Warriors went into the half leading 50-28, on to the third quarter. Nick Snyder off the bounce, gets the rebound looking up court to Kentaro Asai for the easy deuce. Warriors still in the full court press. Alex Mishaw gets the steal. Asai, back to Alex for the smooth floater. Nick Snyder looking for Junico in the post, who hits the lefty floater. Junico again, staring his defender down and says, "Are you daring me to shoot this?" Hand down, man down. Warriors celebrated an easy victory, and I got the coach and player reactions post-game.
I'm a little upset, obviously. We just got our butts kicked by West, but for the most part, our kids fought, and they tried to do what we asked them to do.
Well, we were bigger, and we were, I think, faster and stronger, so we just wanted to go inside out. So, like, as many layups as possible, and then get the threes later in the game.
We just came out with energy and we executed. You know, Coach Neil did like a really good job prepping us for the game, and yeah, we just came out with a dub.
Really happy the way we came out today. You never know, it was our first league road game. We got a lot of young guys on the team. We have 5 sophomores on the team. Three of those guys are deep. They play a lot of minutes for us, so we didn't know how they were going to react. And we came out really, really strong and basically put them away in the first half.
It was a pretty lopsided affair as the West Warriors didn't let up on the Saxons, winning from beginning to end, defeating the Saxons 79-46. Reporting from North Torrance High School, I'm Cedric Welton for the Sports Desk.
Cedric, many thanks. This next story reminds me of that old saying from those monster truck commercials of yesteryear. You know the one I'm talking about. We'll sell you the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge. It's pretty safe to say fans were on the edge of their seats when South entertained Torrance in boys basketball. This one was an instant classic. If you like thrillers, this was the game for you. Oh yeah, both teams getting ready for what would be an epic battle. The score was 35-21 Torrance at the half. Second half, you got to check this out. South High's Anthony Godinez. The sick pass to the big fella, Mohammed Hassan. Spartans cut the lead to 10. A couple of plays later, Tartars turn the ball over. Jordan Fajardo grabs the rock, full steam ahead, hoop and one. The place is rocking. He'd make the free throw. The Torrance lead is now 6. Tartars fans trying to fire up their team, and it worked. Jordan Pineda, the steal, and he would just go and lay this puppy in, hoop and a little bit of harm. Free throw was good. Tartars only up by 4 now. This time it's Kofi Asante. He misses but follows his own shot. This is fundamental basketball, kids. Tartars up 6 again. This game is getting crazy. Jordan Fajardo calling for the rock. He lets her fly from beyond the arc. You betcha. The score was 46 all at the end of regulation. Yes, we would need overtime. In OT, South takes the lead. Mohammed Hassan wide open, jacking a 3. It's now 53-50 Spartans. On the other end, Torrance's big fella answers. Off the miss. Asante is there to clean it up. Wow! Tartars go on to win an overtime thriller by just a single point, 54-53. Woo! Afterwards, plenty of words were spoken.
We started off a little slow in the first half, but in the second half, we showed our heart and came back. And we'd make a few free throws, we could have won the game, but that's the way it goes.
And we fought for every loose ball, played defense. We had a lot of stops in a row, and then we just started to score. So I think that's what helped us come back. We fell short, but I'm still proud of them and how we fought and played today.
We came back and we lost, but the good thing is that we started playing the right way at the end, and our defense was really good. And I'm looking forward to our next game. That's the only thing we can do is just look forward to our next game and just try and come out strong like how we did tonight at the end.
Elsewhere in boys hoops, the top team in the state, nationally ranked Bishop Montgomery, improved their unblemished record to 17-0 with a road victory in Salt Lake City, Utah. And Ambassador High School drops to 11-3 with a rare home loss. Okay, girls hoops now. And once again, it's all about the R word, rivalry. The Warriors of West High have won 2 straight and currently occupy first place in the Pioneer League. And they were visiting enemy territory recently, also known as North High School. That's where the Saxons were trying to avoid losing their 2nd straight league game. The bleachers were jam-packed at North High for this one. Always good to see. You gotta love rivalries. First quarter, West High's Landy Lum takes it all the way to the rack. If it's whacked, put it back. That's fundamental basketball. Lum finished with 8 points. Warriors up 7, and they would lead by 18 at the half. Saxons regroup for the second half, early third quarter now. Kayla Tashima kicks it out to Madison Shigita. She nails the triple, 3 of her 6 points. Saxon's trying to claw back. Coach Kamiyama is hoping that's the case. Final seconds of the third, Haley Jones in traffic, high percentage shot, 2 of her 10 points. She also added 12 boards. Warriors lead 38-15 after 3. Fourth quarter now, Casey Takata stops on a dime and cans the J. Saxon's down 20 though. West was just too much in this one. Anaya James uses the screen, tosses it in. Warriors win this one, going away by the final of 53-32. All right, elsewhere in girls basketball, South defeated Torrance at home, and ironically, both schools are now 9-8 on the season, while Bishop Montgomery falls to Fairfax. They're now 11-7 on the season. Okay, to college hoops now. The El Camino women, ranked 15th in the state, were playing host to third-ranked Mount San Antonio recently. The Warriors were riding a 3-game win streak heading into this one. SportsDesk reporter Danny Miskell was there, and she files this report.
Halfway through the first quarter, Kayla Bibb with the layup here, and she makes the score 10-4. Warriors up by 6. Mount Sac catches up quickly in the last 2 minutes, right down to the buzzer. Jonay Vermillion for the Mounties makes the shot, putting Mount Sac in the lead by 3 points. And this is when the seesaw started rocking. Check out this steal by Nashiota. The girls bust out a fast break, passing the ball around like a hot potato, then hooks up their wing woman, Ami, who sails it in. And ties it up at the half, 26-all. In the third quarter, Warriors come out firing on all cylinders, building an 11-point lead. The dynamic duo of Kayla Bibb and Nashiota were largely responsible. The girls held a 42-39 edge going into the fourth quarter. But it wouldn't be for long before the Warriors would run out of gas, committing 7 turnovers. Between Mount Sac Celeste Brown and Deja Siaki right here with the free throws, they established a 12-0 run to go up by 14 points and scoring 32 points alone in the last quarter. Final score is going to be 71-57 Mount Sac. Kayla Bibb led the Warriors with 23 points and 9 rebounds. Now Shiota with the game-high 10 assists and 3 steals. Afterwards, I got to catch up with Coach Shaw and point guard Now Shiota about the outcome of this game.
It was a heck of a ball game. It was really a good JC basketball game.
I'm not frustrated because Mount Sac is known to be a really good team throughout the years, and I felt like our team brought it today.
We made a little bit of adjustment in our zone defense against their high post area. Number 43 for them is a heck of a player, and she was really hurting us in the first half, and they were attacking us through the high post a lot. And so we just talked about how we wanted to defend that and try and take that away from them, and I thought we did a pretty good job with it.
It was a good 32-ish minutes of basketball. The last 8 minutes we had a lot of breakdowns, a lot of turnovers, a lot of missed shots where they were shooting shots and they were executing their plays, and they just made a run on us that was, we couldn't come back from it. But those first 32 minutes I'm really proud of.
We're a good basketball team. I mean, that's a very good basketball team that made some really good plays down the stretch.
Well, like one of my teammates, Ami, said, she was like, you know, tonight we played really well. We played as a team. Everyone did what they need to do so that when we go into conference, we need to play exactly like this.
Tonight's game was a tale of two halves. The first half being that it was a seesaw battle, and the second half both teams went on runs, but ultimately Mount Sac's run sealed their victory. Reporting from El Camino College, I'm Danny Miskell with the Sports Desk.
Thank you, Danny. As for the El Camino men, check this out. The Warriors snapped their 4-game losing skid with a road victory over Bakersfield. Elco's record is now 5-11. All right, we're going to take a quick timeout, but whatever you do, don't go anywhere because you won't want to miss this. Coming up next, the North versus West rivalry continues, this time in the sport of soccer. And still to come, we'll show you what the West High girls wrestling team did recently. You won't want to miss that. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Remember to follow us on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Share your story ideas, post your photos and videos. We want to hear from you, Torrance. After all, this is your show, so be sure to get involved. All right, our North versus West theme continues here on the Sports Desk. It was the Pioneer League opener for both schools as West entertained rival North in boys soccer this time. All right, West High getting pumped to face their rivals. First half, no score. Watch this corner kick from North High Steven Fernandez. Arturo Yepes tries to head it in, but it sails over the goal. Nice effort, though. Warriors put some shots on goal. Check out Caden Porlak. He fires this one at the net. North goalie Christian Aguri right there with the save. Saxon's trying again. Andrew Valverde with the boot. Ethan Brandt, the save for West. Caden Porlak right here. He scored the lone goal for West, goal not pictured. West won a defensive battle over North by the final of 1-0. The Knights of Bishop Montgomery were looking to beat their second straight Delray League opponent, St. Genevieve, winless in league play, visiting the Knights recently. Let's check this bad boy out. First half, Knights up 1-0. Thomas Van Shore right here fakes out the goalie. Wow, nice move, dude. That goal puts the Knights up 2. Second half, Marcus Robb right here, the penalty kick. And it's now 3-1 Knights. Just minutes later, Paul Welch, the senior captain, gives the Knights a 4-1 lead. And that would be your final. Knights win 4-1. To girls soccer now. The last time North High played West, which was last season, West notched the victory in overtime. So needless to say, The Saxons did not forget about that loss to their bitter rivals, and it's also pretty safe to say they had this game marked on their calendars. Oh yeah, the customary captains meeting before the game. Captain, 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 captain. First half action, no score, not for long. Aliyah Aldama boots it down to Malina Faida right there, who bends it over the outstretched hands of Marissa Doty. Wow, nice shot. North scratches first, 1-zip Saxons. 10 minutes later, it's Dalen Roby assisting Sierra Stahl. She tickles the twine. It's now 2-0 Saxons. And just a minute 20 later, Dalen Roby lets her fly. Doty jumps out to save it. Nice block, but Stahl gathers the loose ball, and she punched it in for her second straight goal. North is already up 3-zip midway through the first half. Warriors on the comeback. Claire DeFabio knocks in the corner kick. West down 2. 2 minutes later, DeFabio steals, loses control. Morgan Boson right there gathers it back to DeFabio, and she bends it like Beckham, back corner of the net. Back-to-back goals for DeFabio, and just like that, West is only down 1. North takes the lead right back. Fajita gets the penalty kick to go. It's now 4-2 North, and then Claire DeFabio completes the hat trick for West, her third goal of the game. But North hangs on to win it by the final of 4-3.
Last year we played them and we actually were tied at their home field and lost in overtime. And I know that those girls were looking for a little bit of a repeat of that. So I'm glad that we were able to hold on to the win.
The Bishop Montgomery Knights haven't lost a game yet this season. 12 wins, 0 losses, and 2 ties. Recently, the Knights hosted St. Anthony in their Delray League opener.
Knights on 3, 1, 2,
Knights all jacked up for this one. First half, Knights on top by a goal. Bishop senior Camille Petroni passes the rock to sophomore Shelby Bach, and she zips it past the goalkeeper to the back of the net. Knights lead 2-zip. We move to the second half now. Knights still pitching a shutout, trying to add some more goals for insurance. Watch Knights senior Gianna Schiappa right here in control. She crosses it all the way over to Petroni, who just toes it in. 4-zip Knights now. Moments later, senior Erin Atkinson, nice deke move. She tries to add another for Bishop, but it results in a nice save for St. Anthony. Knights win this one easily, though, by the score of 5-0. All right, we're going to take another quick timeout here on the Sports Desk, but don't you dare move a muscle. Still to come, you're going to witness a piece of history thanks to the West High girls wrestling team. Plus, it was North and West battling again, this time on the wrestling mat. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back, and you guessed it, our rivalry theme continues. It's West versus North one more time, and this time it's on the wrestling mat. That's where the Warriors have won the last 9 Pioneer League titles. Sports Desk reporter Cedric Welton has our story.
We're here in North Torrance where the Saxons welcome their hometown rivals, the West Warriors, in varsity wrestling. Let's get to the mats and check out the action.
We know it's going to be a tough duel. They're like the 10-time league champions. All we want to do is come out and battle. I know we got a young team. We had 3 freshmen, 4 sophomores out there going for us. We're just looking to execute. Our freshman at 106, he had a good match, was able to win by 8. Our captain, Jose Lozano, at 120, got a big pin for us. Our only senior, Jaden Martinez, at 145, got a big win for us. Sophomore at 220. Daniel Figueroa got a big pin for us, got us going. Overall, I was very pleased. Big match for us.
This season has been pretty good for us so far. We have a young team. I was hoping that we were going to do good, which we ended up doing. We only have one senior. We graduated 8 seniors last year, so in the process of reloading. I knew North was going to come in here and give us everything that they had, and they have a really good team. They're well coached. We're just happy to come out with a victory.
Despite having a youthful team, Coach Montgomery felt experience was on his side in this duel. The Warriors picked up a couple big victories from their 113 and 152-pound divisions. Sophomores Baron Gaunt and Jacob Corkins reflected on their matches.
I felt all right, but I just felt like I was trying to out-muscle the guy instead of actually do my technique. So I just have to work on that, and I know the wrestling I did out here will not work in 5 counties, which we have on Friday and Saturday. So I just got to work on technique and not focus on out-muscling.
I was doing better. I was being a little more patient than I have been in the past, and that worked out better. So yeah, that went well. Got my pin, and that was all right. The team, I feel like we could have wrestled better. Lost some matches we should have won, and missed out on a few bonus points. But other than that, happy with the win, and looking forward to South next week.
I think experience. We've been here before. We've won 9 straight league titles, and we know that it's not going to be easy this year, but just the fact that our kids have already been in big matches, even though they're young, that helped us overcome, and good training and good conditioning.
The Warriors have been the cream of the Pioneer League the past 9 seasons. While aiming to make their dominance an even decade, they discuss what it will take to reach the achievement.
We want to win league, and we want to be contenders in CIF duels. As an individual, I want to make it to the state tournament this year. I haven't done that before, so.
Team-wise, winning a 10th league title would be nice, but we just have to look at it one match at a time. Right now we're just focusing on 5 counties on Friday, Saturday, and then that will be it. We'll just move on from there, just one match at a time.
Our expectations and goals as a team is, first, we want to win our league once again. We have a few kids that are very capable of doing that. Like I said, we have a young team, only 1 senior. 113-pounder, Jacob Corkins, 152-pounder, Baron Gaunt, he's really good. Alex Flores, we have a couple freshmen that are really good as well. Patrick Northern at 120s and Chemo Servino at 120s. So we're hoping that those guys will step up, have some kids from our JV last year that'll jump some levels and be ready to compete on this level.
In the end, the Pioneer League champions are just too good as the West Warriors defeated their in-town rival Saxons 44-22. Reporting from North Torrance High School, I'm Cedric Walton for the Sports Desk.
Cedric, thank you. And finally tonight, as the old saying goes, we saved the best for last. This story was worth waiting for, trust me. History was made recently right here in our own backyard, and it happened because the West High girls wrestling team said, "Move over, guys. It's time for the girls to grab the spotlight." Sports Desk reporter Danny Miskell explains.
AJ, it's a historic day here in Torrance as West hosts the very first girls high school wrestling tournament. We've got schools from all over the South Bay here and even from all the way up in Bakersfield. It's just truly amazing to see how these girls are making stride for women in sports here in Torrance. This big day has been in the works for the last few years. The wrestling coaches of West saw an open weekend to host the tournament and penciled it in right away because they wanted these girls to have more opportunities to wrestle. It's just in time for the unveiling of their brand new gym.
It's been absolutely great. The tournament is running well. We're going along at a really good time and pace, and there's some absolutely fantastic wrestling going on.
It's just such an honor to have and host this tournament and just spread the word about girls wrestling, and it's not just a boys sport. Girls can dominate in a guy sport as well.
And guys, watch out, because dominate she did. Out of about 20 teams that competed in the tournament, Ariana took first place overall in the 235 heavyweight division. Her signature moves are the headlock and the cow catcher.
It kind of catches them off guard, and then they have really no choice than to turn to their back and just get them pinned.
The girls can not only dish it, but they can take it. They have to be ready for 3 rounds of 2-minute matches. So, they have been training and conditioning just as hard as the boys. It's their time to shine.
Well, there's so many boys tournaments, and it just helps them. It's been really exciting watching them prepare for their own tournament, hosting their own tournament. So this has done a lot for, I believe, our program as well as their confidence in the coaching staff and understanding that we're investing in the girls program as much as the boys.
And the program is growing. West currently has about 10 girls on their team, mostly freshmen and sophomores, including Ashley Dreisler. She was inspired to join the girls wrestling team because of her brother. She says the most important aspect behind her wrestling experience is that her and the girls have each other's back.
We are bonded through the struggles that we go through at practice to build our strength, to build our mentality. To be able to do what we do, we spend so much time working together, and that causes friendship, like bonds that cannot be easily broken. Without them, I don't think I'd be the wrestler I am today.
It is absolutely amazing to see her get on that mat and give her everything, and not only that is she trains so hard, the discipline, and she's setting an example to other girls, or basically combating stereotypes as well for the girls wrestling program. So it's very exciting.
Exciting and inspiring. Girls high school wrestling is a growing sport in general, and the West High girls take it very seriously. It's helped them build their confidence, so they're hoping local schools will get on board. Because Torrance, they have plans for you.
We are looking to expand it, and we're actually looking to see if other Torrance teams can build up their girls program so that we can have our own league. Because as of right now, we don't have our own league. It's just a boys wrestling league, and if there are girls that we can wrestle, we go ahead and wrestle them, and it's just a great experience.
You could call these girls right behind me here wrestlers, but more importantly, they are role models. And that's because they are setting an example for all the girls here in Torrance, proving that if they can do it, girls, you can do it too. Reporting from West High School, I'm Danny Miskell with the Sports Desk.
Danny, thanks. What a great story. Congratulations to all the girls who competed. You truly are role models for all the young girls out there. As you can see, West High finished in 7th place out of 29 teams. Ariana Herrera headlines the list of West High's top finishers. Job well done, ladies. Awesome. All right, that does it for this week's edition of the Sports Desk. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, we appreciate your support. My name is AJ Vittone, and I've seen, heard, and said enough for 1 week. We'll continue this conversation again next week, I promise. Until then, don't forget to follow the Sports Desk on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and remember, you can email us as well. We'd love to hear from you. That's all the time we have, sports fans. We'll catch you next time right here on the Sports Desk.